as well start. There we go. All right, welcome. I hope everyone's going well today. So, yes, I'm joined with Socks is here. She just doesn't want to be picked up at the moment. But she's right here, causing trouble. Saying, no, I'm not. What are you doing? There we go. So I hope everyone's going well today. Today we're just doing a bit of documentation. So the idea is, let's go into our application so you guys get a full picture of the whole entire thing. I want to do the Docker open source program, which is, here's the application. I'll zoom in just so everyone can see. So the idea is the Docker-sponsored open source program. Who can apply? So our Docker open source program is ideal for developers working on projects without a path to commercialize. We don't have a path to commercialize, and we're open source. The criteria is be shared in a public repository on GitHub. Perfect, done. And the source code must be publicly accessible on its respective repository. We've got essentially two repositories. We've got the NearBeach code itself and the Docker code, which has been separated out into its own sort of smaller repository. So we meet that. We also meet the open source initiative definition. I won't go through that right at the moment because it's long-winded and I've already been through it. Be in active development on Docker Hub, which means updates are pushed regularly within the past 6 months. Or dependencies are regularly updated regularly, even if the project code is stable. So this is one little thing we don't actually meet at the moment. However, that being said, over the next couple of weeks, I do hope to implement procedures around that to actually improve that sort of process with the ability that we've actually got, with the fact that we've actually ripped the NearBeach base out, and that's being built every 3 days. This process should actually be rather easy to implement. So for example, if a package library needs updating because of a security flaw, we can actually deploy that very quickly. We're also, side note, we're also working on implementing a better sort of deployment process and automating quite a lot of it. So we don't meet that one just yet. Not have a pathway to commercialize. Your organization must not seek to make profit through services or by charging for higher tiers. However, accepting donations is perfectly fine. So we meet that criteria. We don't have a path to commercialize at all. In addition, your project repositories on your project repositories on Docker Hub must have documentation that meets the recommended community standards. We recommend a detailed project description on your Docker Hub page that includes links to your project and its respecting source code and so forth like that. So we're doing that one today, so we can hit this target today. And it's kind of best to do that so that we have somewhere to sort of be like, all right, this is what we're going to do and so forth like that. So yeah. Yeah, so are you going to behave? She's like, nah, not really. I'm going to sit here staring at the camera, you know. Yeah. Fox, stop that. There we go. I'll turn this down for you. There we go. You can look at that now. So, essentially, we're almost really close to this. Yeah, we just need that one to, well, I reckon if I could state this is our procedures and so forth like that and so forth, and hopefully they'll be like, all right, going forward, they're going to be using Docker quite regularly. So yeah, we might as well jump straight into it. So what we want to do is we want to actually open up recent NearBeach Docker. So, and I want to close all this. I then want to open up the README, and we're going to edit this. All right, so this is just, tricked her. She comes running back whenever I touch the camera. She's She's like, no. Stop it. Alright, so we wanna get rid of a lot of this, and we want to let's do this in dot point. So updated docs. Now I think there is a shouldn't matter at the moment. Markup viewer. So usual. We don't want that one. We want a preview. Gonna behave socks? You're like, nah. All right. Markdown preview. All right. So VS Code supports marketer. You just start writing Markdown, yada yada. You can toggle the visualization of the editor between the code and the previous Markdown. Obviously, you can open existing. All right, and switch between views. Command V. Oops. Command KV. There we go. So what we want to update with the docs is current setup of Docker. And then from there, what we want is NearBeach.base. What is it for? We also want how to socks, sweetie. Should just disable the mouse. I really should learn just to use this thing. How to, now I've just lost my trigger builds. I'll put that like that. Yes. She's been a bit of a naughty girl tonight. You know that's an expensive camera. Alright, so we've got this. Oh, sorry. It was clicked over there. Okay, so we've got this, and then local testing, how it works, builds, how it works, and then local testing. Alright, so this makes no sense at the moment, but that's perfectly fine. So what we need to do is NearBeach Docker setup. So I want to describe what this particular repo does. The current repo the current repo is designed to automatically build and deploy to okay. my writing skills are just terrible. I've got to think about this carefully. Okay, NearBeach. How do I want to set this up? The following repository is meant to house the code for the Docker files and automatically compile the base setup for NearBeach and automatically build. That should not be compile, that should be build. Build the base Docker setup for NearBeach and then build the main Docker application. All right, so following repository is meant to and then NearBeach base. NearBeach base is the file dockerfiles.base. What is it meant to do? Contains all of the setup, contains the base installation required and libraries required for NearBeach application to run. This Docker file is scheduled to be built on Monday can't spell Wednesday and Friday. Any library updates are built into the new build, which is then used automatically for the NearBeach application when a new release is scheduled. Okay, that should cover that. Then I've got NearBeach. Now I'm gonna just do that. File, that is just Docker file. This is the NearBeach application. It builds, it uses the base to install NearBeach. All right, cool. And hey, Nocturnal, how are you? I hope you're going well. I heard you got woken up early. Yeah, can't complain. Just doing documentation. And Socks is loving to body slam on my mouse today, so you might see me click the wrong window. Well, and Socks just been cheeky. Here she is. Oh yeah. She's done it a few times today, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, just writing up documentation. The idea is I want to cover a lot of this in the README file at the moment, and then I want to so I want to override this with as much information as possible, and I also want to duplicate this into here, into the description. Yeah, just so people know what it does and so forth like that. So yeah. This is NearBeach application is used to install NearBeach. All right, I don't think I need to elaborate much further for that. I am going to do Docker image. File Docker image.yaml. GitHub actions. File designed to be triggered when there is a new release. Anytime the main branch of this repository has a commit / pull request, this action file automatically triggers. The trigger will rebuild NearBeach Docker file and publish to Docker Hub. All right. I don't think I need to elaborate anything more. So current setup, yep, that's fine. What is pull? Yep, that's fine. How to trigger builds. Now this one I want to have as manually triggering new releases. So this will, I think this process will definitely change. So what, just so that you're on the same page, I'll zoom in. So at the moment, I've set up 3 requirements. So I'll be just gathering requirements and all that kind of stuff around the NearBeach Docker deployment process, the NearBeach automatic PYPI release, or PP, NearBeach automating the static assets deployment. So one of the things I want to do is have a look at the Docker deployment process and see if I can improve it. So currently at the moment, the problem is currently we do not have a set procedure on how we're deploying changes using Docker. We need to outline the process steps on how to deploy and how each section of the procedure works with other sections and automate as much as possible so there is little human error as possible. Yeah, the idea is I'll use these to record requirement items and stuff like that, and also document the process as best as possible in here. So yes, at the moment, I am writing literally what I do in here so other people can follow, but with the idea that in the future, I might use secret keys instead, because I do know I could potentially, not in this particular file, in this file, I could potentially easily put this in a secrets. So yeah. And I could also put these in a secrets, just because they're the same and should be built the same. Or just some sort of variable, GitHub like actions variable or something. But yeah, we'll figure all this out. There's pretty early stages. It'll probably happen over multiple different stages. So what we want to do: 1, make sure the latest NearBeach version has been published to PYPI with the correct versions. 2. All right. So we always want to PYPI.org NearBeach. I'm just wondering if my instructions will now don't know if this will work. I don't think it will. No way. Where is it putting the image? Oh, it's putting it there. All right. New folder. Documentation. And then what I want to do is I just want to drag that into documentation. Move. I want to call it PYPI. And hello, welcome, Bad Cop. How are you? I hope you're going well. We are doing some documentation today. I like the emoji. Oh, it's a kitty cat with a paw. Here's my cat. She's causing trouble at the moment. Yes, I rely heavily on my own written documentation, so I am definitely trying to write as much as possible. One main reason is because I tend to forget what I did in the past. So, yeah. How are you going, Bad Cop? How have you been? Right, so make sure the latest NearBeach version has been published with the correct version. All right. I can't complain. Yeah, just doing some documentation today. We hopefully might fix some bugs on the marketing site. And hopefully I can tackle the fact that I ran out of space on GitHub Actions this month. So I did a whoopsie. And I used up all my free space. So now I have to wait till next month to deploy most stuff. So yay! But I have a backup plan too. Yeah, I've applied for the what was it? The GitHub sponsors? No, GitHub not sponsors, not GitHub sponsors. Where is my... I had it as a task. Social impact. I applied for the GitHub social impact today, so hopefully they accept it in about a week, and then I'll get more space. Hopefully. So because NearBeach is run as a not-for-profit, essentially we've applied for a not-for-profit account, which gives us the, I think, Teams equivalent, team account equivalent for free. So yeah, fingers crossed. We're applying for a lot of things left, right, and center at the moment. So yeah. All right, make sure the latest NearBeach version has been published to PYPI with the correct version. More action executions. Yes, that would be great. So yeah, in about a couple of months I will review, because I think at the moment we've got the Docker base being built on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In a couple of months we'll review that and be like, all right, we've had this many libraries update between this much time and so forth like that, and hopefully we can justify doing it that many times a week. Or if we need to do it more. So, yeah. All right, number 2, make sure to edit this current repository. Open up the file, and then we just do yada yada. And then we are just going to copy this. I don't need the NearBeach Docker. I can... Oh, I hate when I do that. Yes, socks. Yeah. Yeah, good go. Yeah. All right. There we go. NearBeach Docker, just click on this, bang, bang. Okay, GitHub workflows, and then Docker YAML. Okay, so number 3 is we want to edit this down here. Now, I might just turn that into a GitHub variable, which will be a lot easier. I will make a note in the documentation that that's what I kind of want to do. So what we need to do is 30.2. I'm highlighting them purposely. Okay, update the 2 places where the version number is. So we need to move this image back into documentation, move, and then we need to rename GitHub Actions versions. All right, cool. So that will go in there. Oh, it's. What if? All right, no, come back. Nope, come back. Drag and drop here. Doesn't exist. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Documentation and then GitHub version. All right, sweet. 2 places. And then what we do is we push the code with a detail commit message I.e, and then we just have single line code, update version to NearBeach version to 0.30.2. Okay. From here, the GitHub actions will automatically trigger start building the Docker. Start building the Docker application and deploy it to Docker Hub, which I called something rude just before by accident. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. Manually trigger a new release there, make sure the NearBeach version is yep, cool. Edit the repository, yep, and then what I want to do under here is notes. Oh, I'm going to do that as 3 notes. It might be best to set this up in the future so it is a manual trigger where it'll get the version number from a GitHub Actions variable. All right, cool. Let's actually look that up. GitHub Actions variables, because we know it's possible. We do this with getting secret keys and stuff like that. So let's have a quick look in here. So about variables are a way to store and reuse non-sensitive configuration information, which is what we want. And we want a variable. Essentially, we don't want to keep editing 2 different spots. We want this file to be set and forget, and then we just go into the GitHub Actions and manually run it every single time we do a release. You can store any configuration data such as compiler flags, usernames, or server names as variables. Variables are interpolated on the running machine, yada, 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 yada. So down here, they've got dollars. We're using environment. All right, cool. So we've got this. Defining configuration variables for multiple workflows. You can create configuration variables across multiple. So in this sort of case, we only want to do it at the repository level. So we've got secrets and variables. All right, sweet. We know where it is, stuff like that. We're going to copy this link. And we're going to paste it in. So that's my note, being like, this is what we'll do in the future. And I think that will be probably an easier solution. Once again, we set and forget the code, and we just update the variables. All right, so we've done how to do this. Now we need local building. Build locally for testing. Oh, sucks. You okay? Just don't pet me. Ah. Just wait. There we go. Camera's struggling focusing at the moment. It might be dirty. I don't have my eye cleaning here. Damn it. Choose the zebra foot. I don't know if that made it any better. She's like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She is purring pretty loudly. I don't know if you guys can hear that. All right. Getting back to this. Oh, sorry. Executions will continue until moral improves. Sorry, I just read that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to continue it running and then do some data analysis on it. So it'll be nice to know how many packages, libraries, and all that kind of stuff got updated in that time. That will also help me with audit, sort of trying to get it so that way it's not doing it as frequently. So, yeah. All right, build locally for testing. Use the following code to create a local build for NearBeach. Now, I did this recently. Could spend forever. Actually, how long ago did I do it? Let's. Quite a while, I think. What are you doing, Socks? Yeah, I think quite a while. All right. Not a problem. And what we'll do is we'll actually make this big. I'm going to use a different terminal shell color. I like grass. All right. Socks, you okay? She said, oh yeah, head scratchers. Oh. Okay, I'll zoom in. So CD, sites, NearBeach, Docker. Okay, so. Using a terminal CD, we'll CD into this this directory. Okay, two. Use the moral spelling. I don't know. Don't worry. I spell like there's no. I spell terribly anyway. This way. I sponsor. I kept doing sponsor as in saw as in saw. So that yeah. Took me. Kept doing it. And then I would spell it the correct way for a bit, and then not the correct way. Just yeah. Okay. Docker build image command tag. So we'll test this thing out. So we've got the doc build. Run the following command. And then what we want is docker build, I think it's full stop. But so we want the full stop. And then we want the tag added on. Okay. We want the file. Docker build. And then we want Docker file, which we find. And then T. Now T would be the tag. All right, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to be very verbose about these, just so if anyone doesn't know what they do, reading it would help. So we've got file, we've got tag. Just wondering if, so they've got two tags there. Oh. Well, I might actually put that as an example. Notes, it might also be best to actually condense the Docker file. We can have multiple tags in a single build, i.e. from the Docker documentation. So let me just GitHub image. Oh, can we do that here? Is that possible to do with the following code? And then I'm just gonna zoom that down. And then that should be that. All right, notes. All right, just to make those notes more like that. All right, Docker tab. So what we want to do is have NearBeach local. What else? What other options did I do? Ooh, this is experimental. The squash. Oh yeah, we couldn't get it to work the other day. No, she's gone into her bed. Oh no, I just touched the camera. She's like, ah. All right, so we got the doc build, yada yada yada. Let's just test this out. I think it wasn't as complicated as that. I do need to get Docker running. So let's get that booted up. And that's appeared on the other screen. All right. So this is up and running. Images, what did I do the other day? Oh, I must have gotten rid of it because I needed the space. So let's copy this. And then in the terminal, we're doing this. Unknown flag, help. She's come running back. The instant I touch the camera, I don't know why. Oh, don't say... Oh, tag. Ah, that's why. Not tab. Talk about spelling mistakes. Might be a sub command instead of flag. Oh no, I've just spelled tag wrong. Oh, help, I mean. Alright. This shouldn't take too long. Actually, one thing I do want to know. Let's go to builds or tags because I don't have access to the builds. Okay, so it is fairly big. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, in this sort of case, I misread stuff and typed in tab instead of tag. So, yeah, I'm having a moment. All right, it is installing. All right, cool. Oop, careful socks. And then after this, I will put this in one line. After this, use the we will NearBeach.org. So self-hosting. Use the Docker compose example on dit. Modify the image to match the build name i.e, and then what we do is instead of latest we just have it called NearBeach local. Using Docker compose up with D. Using that, you can easily test the local build of NearBeach. The local Docker build of NearBeach. All right, cool. I think that's all I need to do for this particular case. I can get rid of this. I do want to double check this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. I'm going to open up a new tab, new window. And we are going to open up folder. I think we've got like a Docker test Docker. Open. And we've got a YAML thing in here. So we've got NearBeach 11.11, 10.11. We've got the Marie database and all that kind of stuff. This will need to be updated on, I do know this bug, not a bug, but really that should be 10.11. And I do need to update these on here. Hopefully I remember to do that tonight. We're fine with that. Instead of happy, what we want to do is, if we have a look over here, we've got NearBeach local. So I'm just going to do that. Starting to have a feeling that this might not work. So Docker compose up. Everything else should work because I was testing this particular file the other day. Docker compose up. NearBeach error, DB error from daemon manifest, not found manifest unknown. Yep, all right, cool. I know exactly what I've done. So what I want to do, images, NearBeach local, let's piss that off. Let's just scrap it. Over here, this should be I wonder if I could just do that. And I've just destroyed my image for no reason. But hang on. Let's do this properly. So we want the tag to be robotic head / NearBeach, then colon, and then NearBeach local. So someone will copy this, they'll go over here, they'll paste it into here. Now this shouldn't take too much longer to actually do because we've already got everything cached. So there we go, by the time I said that, it had done. In here, this should now work. Yeah, that should work, yep. Created it, there it go. So I'm trying to get this to be done properly. Connection alive. I know when it reaches this, it actually applies everything. It waits 5 seconds before doing stuff, which is what we want. All right, cool. And we're back up. And then just to test out, localhost 8000. Perfect. Those instructions are great. Now I can close this. I'm gonna close this window. So I'm gonna close the window instead of close the whole application itself. I've done that so many times. I am gonna hit save over here. We are happy with this document. And the best thing is I'm going to use some of this document for Docker Hub. So let's just copy this. Let's go over here. Let's go general. Let's hit edit. NearBeach base. Docker build for base library and base library and packages required for NearBeach. This Docker repository is required by the NearBeach application. Oh, too long. So the base libraries and packages required for NearBeach application used to help speed up development and deployment. All right. Now let's just leave it as very, very simple. Base library and packages required for NearBeach application. I don't think it's a good idea to put in my URL in there. All right, cool, update. And then what I want, if I go public view, repository description, manage repository, add overview. This is where I want to paste that stuff. So this will be NearBeach Docker setup. No, this will be NearBeach Docker base. The following repository, so this will be slightly different. Sorry, this is tiny text. I will zoom in. the following repository is meant to down no, I don't like that wording. The current this repository currently houses the base libraries and packages required for the NearBeach application. All right. Contains the installation and libraries required for the NearBeach application to run. Cool. Based installation and libraries required for NearBeach to run. We can get rid of then this. Source code is found on GitHub. And then I'm just going to just be like, right, cool, this is it. This is where you want to go. All right. So course code contains the base installation libraries required for the NearBeach application to run. And hey, Dio guy, how are you going? I hope you're going well. This Docker file will help. I don't know what that acronym is. What's good? Oh, yeah. Oh, cheers. What's good? Yeah, just writing documentation tonight. So, yeah, I've got to document everything. One thing I do want to apply for, just to give you sort of the bigger picture, is I want to apply for this Docker sponsored open source program, which will give me a few things. So say goodbye to rate limits, improve discoverability and brand awareness on Docker Hub, unlock the benefits of free Docker team subscription and all that kind of stuff. So it does have quite a lot of benefits, which I do want. One of them being the blue tick. Not gonna lie, whenever I see this, let's wait, Docker hub.docker, I think MariaDB. MariaDB. Kind of want that. So, yeah, that's the aim for it. However, I've hit two sort of hurdles at the moment. So, be active development on Docker Hub, which means images are up pushed regularly within the past 6 months. All dependencies are updated regularly, even if the project source code is unstable. So, pulling down might be worth mirroring the images on there. I could potentially, yeah. Anyway, getting back to this. So currently that at the moment will solve itself over time. However, when I put in policies and procedures, hopefully they look at that and be like, all right, he's got a plan of doing that. And another thing is I need documentation. So I'm currently doing that right now. So yeah. All right, I forgot what tab I was on. This tab, all right. Contains the base installation for the libraries required for NearBeach application to run. Source code is found on there. Actually, I might split that down into its own thing. Source code. So we want the NearBeach application, which we should all know off by heart right now. GitHub.com robotic/NearBeach. NearBeach Docker. HTTPS github.com robotic head NearBeach Docker. Alright, cool. Goal for repository. Goal of repository. So there's a couple of goals. One, automatic rebuilding of libraries at a set time. So base can have the latest security updates and patches. 2, quicker deployment. Quicker deployment time for NearBeach application, as the base files don't need to be re-downloaded, and as the base libraries and packages don't need re-downloaded. Speaking of getting a patch, did you set the base image to rebuild every day or every few days? Every few days. So currently it is set. I can in fact show you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, ooh, that's really tiny text. So currently it's scheduled on a cron job. Happens at 3 minutes past 2 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that seems to be working. So yeah, if we go to Docker Hub base automation, you can see it did it 7 hours ago. So I'm happy. And once again, I'll do a bit of data analysis around this and so forth like that. If it's at the right sort of spread, then I'll keep it. But I can also change its time. I could be like, oh, I do more releases on this particular day and stuff like that. So I'll get this to build several hours before I do a release and so forth. But once again, baby steps at the moment. All right, going in back over here, quicker deployment to the Docker help with, yep. Automatic build process. Currently we have GitHub actions scheduled to build the application at on the following days. All right, so automatically rebuilding libraries at a set time, so the base will have the latest security and updaters. Which we'll do. All right, cool. Let's preview. Cool. Any new library or package required by NearBeach can be placed into the base repository easily. All right, just because, yeah, that's true. We want this to be that being said, we did this automatically, if memory serves me correctly. tag super. All right, no, that's Docker file base is what I'm after. All right, let's elaborate on that one particular thing. Because there's any new libraries or packages required can be. All right, I'm going to split this up. Any new library required by NearBeach can be placed into the base by editing the file dockerfile.base. Any Python package required by NearBeach can be automatically inserted into the requirement.txt file within the NearBeach code base. Gonna add a little asterisk there. Gonna go down here, add it down here. Please note this is required to be on the main branch. All right, like so. The following code queries the requirements.txt file. All right. Good. All right. And target branch will always be main. Oh, all right. If that is the case, we'll do this. Yeah, all right, cool. All right. I'm happy. So this is just telling everything that what is running. All right, cool. So I'm happy with that. Oh, we need to shoot. I'm just always one thing. It's always one thing, which there's meant to be 2 lines here. So NearBeach application, NearBeach. Yep, cool. Update. Always one thing that I miss. All right, I think this is documented well enough for the moment. If we require more instructions, I think we would point at the README file. Yeah, hopefully they can see this and be like, all right, cool. It's just the base file. A lot of this documentation is elsewhere. No need to duplicate it. Yeah. Okay. People know what this is for. So yeah. And then we got the main tags. This gets updated. Last pull 23 minutes ago. Oh, that was me. Yeah. One thing I do want to trial out is, all right, we've still got the Docker file here. Let's go like this. All right. And let's try that, because I should have installed the latest code. Squash. All right, do we think this will work? is only supported on a Docker daemon with experimental features enabled. But I have. If we go into our settings, software updates, always, you should, yeah. All right, extensions, enabling, all right, features in development. Experimental features, access experimental features and all that kind of stuff. Use. All right, cool. Let's apply and restart. Yeah, it's fine. The squash sort of stuff it'll be ironed out soon. So it'll be interesting to see what it does. I might boot up my Linux machine, get Docker all updated and stuff like that, see if I can do it on that. I don't know if GitHub Actions has that in it just yet, so let's not do that. Because it'd be great if we can squash this down. Okay, yeah, I've got to update this. I think I just need to update just those and then update it over here. It doesn't? Yeah. Well. We'll just wait. I think at the moment NearBeach has shrunk a little. If we go to NearBeach, I think it has. I mean, when I say little, I mean not that much, but all right. I'm okay with that at the moment. I do want that a lot smaller though. It'd be good if it is. But once again, iterations. We'll do this over iterations. So the overview with this is, all right, what is NearBeach? Helpful links, contributing features, sponsors. I think this README is perfectly fine for the Docker at the moment. However, I do want a getting started in here. So manage repository, edit. What is NearBeach? Helpful links. All right, straight away. Let's go. Bang, bang. Getting started. If you would like to, bring up a local instance of NearBeach, can with Docker Compose. Please follow the instructions on our self-hosting guide. And then what we do is we'll just paste in this. Now, what we want is we want to do it like this, and then like this. And then I just want to preview that. Getting started. If you'd like to bring up a local instance of NearBeach, you can with Docker Compose. Please follow this on our self-hosting guide. All right, I'm happy with that. So that does point at NearBeach. And then we've just got to edit this here. That's fine. I think I know what happened. Self-hosting. All right. So I've closed that other file. That's not a problem. Oh, I've got to push this one, this code. So I'm going to open up a new window again. I'm going to open up recent. I'm going to do test Docker. And then I'm just going to copy this. And then I am going to replace just this. I'm going to save and publish. Going to refresh. I think that's all cached at the moment. But that's fine. Oh, I need to do this. Root password, Maria D password, Maria rig. MySQL database. So what will actually happen is in the near future, I'll move away from just MySQL or MariaDB and actually start supporting everything. So these particular environmental variables will change in the very near future. So yeah, if you're running a version of NearBeach, I will have to update you what to do. But I'll write a blog post and everything around that. So that should just work because we're using, yeah, cool. It's the same code over here. No, not there, but you know. Downloading update. All right, sweet. Hopefully that isn't affecting my frames. No, it isn't. Great. Okay, so I'm going to close this window for like the 10th time. This one, I'm going to go git status, git add, git commit, update read me file. And there we go. Git push. And now we want to stop that on the GitHub Actions from up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over straight into Actions itself. I'm going to go Docker automation, update readme file. I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to cancel workflow. Reason being is there's nothing we need to do. All right. This is cancelled by me. Yep. Because we haven't pushed any changes or anything like that lately. This will be good when we actually start moving to a manual process of this. Just because what I'll do is I'll do a release and all that kind of stuff, and everything will hopefully from that release automate the static files, automate the PYPI, and then I just come in here and hit one button and everything just gets done. So that would be good. All right. Sorry, getting distracted with the cube again. Oh. All right. So, So we've just done all that. Docker documentation, write documentation on how to test Docker builds on local computer. Yeah, we've done that. We've done updated documentation. Essentially, I can rub all that off the whiteboard. So yeah, all right. Good news. I'm happy with where we've got to. Now, if I preview this, why isn't that updating? All right, we've got a couple of bugs on the marketing site. Let's go and fix them. Okay, we're going to close this, we're going to close this, we're going to close that, we're going to close that, we're going to close that. Let's keep this one open. Let's go Visual Studio, full Mac. Let's open up the NearBeach. It's of course wants to do over there. Let's click it here. Now I'm going to close a few things. So I'm code, exit Visual Code, Visual Studio Code. I'm going to put that back here. Oops, wrong one. I'll close the Docker. Docker's updating, so I'll let it run in the background. Sorry, I was meant to actually bring this one over here and then reset everything. Oh, all right, here's a bug. Where's the bar to move this? Oh my God, right. That is just ridiculous. Thank you. All right. That was an annoying bug. Ooh, this is really tiny. There we go. So we'll just hit start. Straight off the bat, self-hosting. We'll open up this template. We'll close everything else. Close all but this. So we've got pages self-hosting instruction list. So I've set this up so certain to view partials layout. No, I thought it was under pages. Why is there two? Oh, there we go. Partials pages. And then I want self-hosting instruction list. Here's the bug. All right, straight off the bat, what you want to do is cut that, paste it over here. Sorry, I should update my Twitch title. Braco/.net. Fixing some bugs on my marketing site. All right, cool. So, in here, what we've got is self-hosting. So this is on my local. As you see, that isn't saved quite yet. So what we want to do is var instruction list. We also want var code block. Oh, actually, no, I like to name it the exact same. So this is saved and all that kind of stuff. So I want to go to document types, content pages. Not content page. I want self-hosting. And then what I need is instruction list docker compose file. So docker compose file equals model.value. This will be a string, and we'll just keep it like that. And then down here we just go with this one. We are just getting rid of this and just putting it in like this. That way it's neat, it's tidy, everything's happy about that. Then if we go over here and we hit refresh, you see it updates and we're happy. So the good news is I think I might be able, partial views, I might be able to push that over here. We want pages, we want self-hosting, and then what I do is I copy, delete and paste. And then this should work on, I'm just duplicating this tab. I'm just gonna go bang, bang, bang. Stay in preview mode. No, actually no, I don't stay in preview mode. Self-hosting. Cool. And that should run that. And we should all be happy now. It's like got the please fills out. It's all, yeah, sweet. All right, another bug which we have is if we go, and this affects the blogs, but funding. Now, oh, I don't have, now it does work here for some strange reason. That's because I've pushed my code. No, it doesn't work. No, all right, ignore me. I'm going crazy. So what we want to do is I'm going to close my production version at the moment. I'm going to copy this, paste it in, and I'm going to go to Umbraco. So to the back office. Got to log in. So we've got a page called funding at the moment. So I'm going to delete this bottom one to stop causing confusion. I'm going to go and actually I'm just going to copy one of these. So that should be section header. Oh, yep, that was meant to be section header. And then I am just going to copy all of this. And this should, yeah, perfect. So it is pushing raw HTML out here. It's just, we don't have any CSS on it because we're using Tailwind. It essentially means no CSS by default. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, H3, why become a sponsor? Okay, so we want to go in here. We want to go, and we actually want to open up a terminal too. Terminal, I'll make big CD sites, NearBeach, marketing, Umbraco site. All right, cool, npm run watch. Sorry, this is in tiny text. All right, straight away, apply. All right, cool. So we know there's a problem. So we want to go to source, input CSS, go down here, and it's saying these aren't working. So what I'll do, zoom in for everyone. Tailwind. Title font class does not exist. Oh. Small text 1v1 doesn't exist. Text. Oh, H4, small text. Oh, it would be Excel, wouldn't it? All right, let's see if that gets rebuilt. There we go, why become a sponsor? Now that should, if I do headers, page header, save and publish, why become a sponsor? That should be a lot nicer. Now, okay. The other issue we had is title font. No results. So what I'm going to do, add in content down here. I'm just going to have a text. I'm going to have a text block area. So text block title heading, text block area. Simple, easy, just save and publish. Gonna hit refresh. We're just gonna make sure that this is the same. So as you see, this is in a container and stuff like that. It doesn't line up or anything like that. So we've got to fix that. But I want to make sure this H2 is essentially the same as this H2 up here. The one reason being is this already has a lot of this put into it. Title font. looks like title font is only used. Yeah, it looks like it's a class that isn't really there at all. So I need to remove that. Not a problem. Okay, so another thing, we've got H2 there and we've got H2 up there. Let's actually do computed sort of stuff. So I'm just going to bring this all the way up. We've got a H2 here, and I'm just going to hit computed. Was it computed or? Yeah. So, font family. Let's just go rules. Font size. Font size 1.8. Yep. All right. They look almost the same. Okay. Now I do need to put in a container. Okay, cool. So we can do that. So, rich text editor, you'll be under views, you'll be under content blocks, rich text block, right, like this. And we need the text area block. So I'm gonna copy this. I am going to go to the rich text block and paste it in just for reference. So we've got the container. In here, we've got text gray, body font. All right, so we'll need body font. All right, cool. That should be the same. And then there should be container up here with a px of 5. We've got don't know why we've got py 16, so let's do that. It's got px 5, pb 4, and then it should be this, which will work. Actually, I don't think it needs that. I think it just needs this. PX5? Alright, let's undo some of that. Okay, so that should be copying that, and then let's just unselect that. Let's go in here. Let's go refresh. So now it's lining up. Good. Now unsorted lists. Don't think I'm using unsorted lists in a weird way anywhere else, which I'll need to do a shakeout test. So I also just want to get rid of this because I don't think it's needed anymore. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna bump that down. We're gonna get rid of this. So we're now happy with this. The rich text editor is starting to work great. So now we need to fix up what's in here. So we've got the text stuff. So we've got P's. So we've got AP. And then we've got unsorted list and then a couple of P's there, which are fine. We might want to do another thing is, yeah, all right. Okay. Okay. So one thing I've noticed is the P's. And hey, how are you? How goes the job hunt? Hopefully it goes well. No, like, oh, I'm sorry to hear, dude. So, hopefully soon. No interviews. Oh. Ouch. I'm sorry to hear. I do hope you get something very soon. Alright, so I might do unsorted list. Gotta find out if I do anything. What's that unsorted list? Won't stop me from trying. Fair enough. Have a call with a direct hire place today, so hopefully they might give it a go as well. Oh, nice. Hopefully you get something. Yeah, it sucks being in that sort of limbo. All right. So with unsorted lists, we don't have. We want to add that back in. All right. We want to add that back in. We also. All right. Give me a couple of seconds whilst I think about this. I also just need to go off to the bathroom very quickly, so I'll put socks on. I'll get the camera out of the way. And I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Socks has been roaming around the desk instead of being here on stream. Terribly sorry about that. All right, so what we want to do is we want to bring this back in with the dots. I just want to go tail, wind, CSS. I want to check out the unsorted lists, what I can do. Oh, one other thing I actually do. Let's go on here. Let's actually edit a featured list. Oh, not a featured list. Sorry. Delete. Oh, wrong one. Unsorted list. List item 1. List item 2. Save and publish. I should put a header in for that unsorted list. So it's there, but what are these? List disk. All right. This is the problem. What if I go in here, rich text block, click on these, can I, yeah, I don't want to, oops, socks, don't lick your bed off the thing up in your bed. There you go. Right, so I've just got to think what would be a better way to actually do this. I could split this out into multiple blocks and stuff like that and then fix that at a later date, but I need to get this working. Like, if I put that into the center, does that work? Yeah, that works, but these don't. So what I could potentially do is I could go unsorted lists, apply, and then apply that and see if that works. Saying it is. And then what I could do, go here, refresh. It applies those, and that works really well. All right, we don't need to worry about anything now. So that does work, but this text block does have a PB bottom 4. So if I do P top 4 and P top 4, that should give it some space, and I should do a P bottom 4. So top and bottom would be a Y, and that looks a lot better. Okay, so if I go back to the rich text block, let's bang that over there. What about if I change it to a sorted list? It breaks, but let's see what happens. Oh, just wait. Oh well, not sorted list, ordered list. Alright, so the problem is list disk. We need something else. So, oops. Order first. No. There we go. Ordered, list, no, yep. Just want to copy this. Lists and unstyles. All right, let's go through. The style types. List decimal. Wait a few seconds. Perfect. All right. That's kind of what we want. I'm fine with the list items. They don't need to be spread out anymore. I feel like everything in this sort of thing should work. Bold, that, all that should just work. Indentation might not. But let's try it out. That works perfectly fine. All right. That one bug done. And that one bug should fix the blogs too. So what I'm going to do, npm run prod. Going to run it. It's going to minify it. I should go to near.org and Braco. I don't know if I can actually reach it from in here. Oop. Settings, style sheets, NearBeach, CSS. All right, delete all that. What I want is I want to go to www.root. I want to go CSS. I want to go NearBeach. I want to copy all this. And I should look at updating the Tailwind version. Get more features, hopefully. Save that. One thing I think I do in the master, if I've done this correctly, partial views. Oh, I don't have master there. Just have home. Site a minute. Damn it. Not a problem. Oh. Nope. There we go. All right, there's a couple of other things I've got to fix up. So as you see here, we want to support the community, yada, yada, yada. Let's have a look at what is going on here. So this is a block. Oh, we need to update our blocks, don't we? All right, so what I want to do, this is NearBeach, content. So this is funding. It's the rich text block. We've done this. This is fine. This is this top section. Rich text block. This is not fine. This is this section. And this is where we want to go to settings. We want to go to partial views. We want to go to content blocks. We want to go to rich text block. and we want to replace that. And that should be it. So that will fix that. I don't know why there is... Alright. I might put a couple of images in there and so forth like that. Just something simple. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, actually let's do that now. Let's edit. Let's go funding, add content. Let's do full width image. All right, let's pick an image. Let's go our hero images. We've already using this as the header. Let's do lily pads. Select. I'm going to click on lily pads again. Click on hero block. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to go submit. I'm going to aspect ratio go all the way down to, I think this should look good. Let's go center. Let's go center. Let's actually put it there and hit refresh. Let's do 4-1. All right. On the big screen, that's like that. Let's actually have a look. There it goes. It's something just to break up the page. Not iPhone, iPad. Sorry, that was my misclick. Something, yeah, something to just break up the page. I feel like we need some margin at the top. Very similar to this H3. But hey, that works so far. Let's move this over like this. Yeah, that works so far. Let's go full responsive. Cool, cool, inspect. The one problem is, if we go to network, let's hit reload. That image is huge. That image is taking up 3 megabytes, something ridiculous. But that's, I'm going to delete it for the moment. But that is something I could do nowadays. Okay, sweet. So we've just fixed some marketing bugs. Let's get out of this. Let's go to our blogs. Oh, all right. We've already spotted some issues in here. All right, so the menu. No dots. That's what we want. NearBeach CSS. All right. Input CSS. All right. So navbar menu. So we've got the up here. We've got the navbar menu. And then we've got the navbar close, and then this will have, we don't want the dots. So unsorted list, remove dots. List style none. So what we want is list style none, put it on this element. Like so. And we need to remove the padding 0, margin 0. And that seems to work. Cool. That will still work on mobile phone. Let's just double check. Perfect. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Do I want to have this 7 item there? What do I get rid of? All right. So what we need is, this is where we actually have to go navbar menu. I think it's greater than. Yep. Hashtag navbar menu. And then it's just UL. And then we just need to key in these for, well, it's technically 3. We should get rid of that. Get rid of that. Save this. Let's run prod. Should take too long. And then we want to go back to this NearBeach, this one, and we need to select all, and we need to go back into our settings. This is on production, NearBeach styles. We go to delete and paste. I'm just going to hit refresh. And then hopefully this will not work. Navbar menu. Oh, sorry, give me 2 seconds. Socks wants to get out. There goes, sweetie. No, that way, yeah, that way. Okay. Actually, I want to get rid of that. Let's try this on my local. Before I do anything, let's just go back here. Let's go refresh. Let's go npm run watch. So it's not wanting to do it. So navbar menu. Navbar menu. Just going through all the code at the moment. No. Input CSS. It is UL. It's greater than, yeah. That's why. There we go. Perfect. Okay. It's because I had the wrong ID on. That's all. So easy fix. What we want to do is we want to copy this once again. We want to go over here. We want to save. We want to go back here. And then we want to go network. We want to refresh. All right, I'm gonna close this file. I'm gonna reopen it. I'm gonna select everything. I'm just gonna could be an issue with the cache. What could I do? What could I do? What could I do? I do have a master file. But I also have partials. I've got layouts, header, head, styles, and I could get rid of this. Yeah, all right, give me a couple of seconds. Generate UID. Oof, that's the mix, sorry. All right. There you go. Just needed to get that style out of the way. Cache is sometimes fun to play with. All right. So let's go back here. Let's exit out of this. What's the time? All right. One other thing I want to do is I want to fix up this NearBeach release tags. So I'm going to close all tabs. I am going to all right, sorry, just give me a couple of seconds. This would be blog list type of thing. So this will be under blogs, blog list. So we're going through here and so forth like that. Header 2, tracking wireless, all that kind of stuff. We want to put an A tag in here, which will be the same as the learn more stuff. So we're literally just gonna copy this. We're going to paste it in here, and we're going to have an end tag here. Now, we don't want text indigo. We pretty much don't want any of that. So let's go to our test. So now we want blogs. Ah, put it on the wrong thing. Just undo all of that. And what I'll do is paste it here, and I'll cut that and paste it there, and I'll get rid of that one line. And then just wait a second, hit refresh, and then bob, bang, done. I could also make it so that when you hover over this, that moves in a little or moves out. Ah, no. All right, cool, bang. So we're happy with that blog. So what I've got to do is I'm going to copy this. I am going to go to production. I'm going to go to pages. Now, usually you would git push this and all that kind of stuff, but at the moment, meh. Blog list, everything, paste, save. And then if I go here and I reload, boom. All right, fix that issue. Okay. Another issue we have is we don't have a way to go back to blogs. could put a simple text up here, go back to log list. But, no. Okay. Upgrading. Let's see if... So all of this should now be working how we want it. This is now working. Bug fixes. This is all working how we want it. So yeah. Okay, I am happy. I think I've just fixed the marketing site bugs. Okay, cool. So we're happy. Let's close Visual Studio. That's gonna take a while. All right. Just give me a second. I want to bring up a screenshot. All right, this won't take too long. That's explaining the context next. All right, where is my GitHub thing? Confirmation. Grant changing, yep. Sneak, no reply. All right, I've got an example of, all right, here we go. So for those who are wondering, I did post something on Twitter. I will bring that screenshot over here. All right. So what actually happened is I ran out of storage. Yay. So I used 513 megabytes of the 512. My usage won't reset till August the 4th. So I've made a big boo-boo. So one of the ways which I'm fixing this, or well, not fixing, but sort of mitigating this from happening further in the future is I am applying for the, not the sponsorship program, the socials one, which I explained earlier in the stream. And the other way is I'm going to figure out how I'm going to fix this. So someone nicely on Twitter actually gave me a potential solution. So I'm just going to go to Twitter, notifications. And it's Ched Dev who gave me the local storage clear. GitHub Actions. Managing storage space, remove file, actions. So forth like that. So we're going to read some documentation now. All right, on GitHub, manage actions, storage space. On GitHub, organization, my org, settings, billing. I can see the organization is using 2.5 gigabytes, out of which 2 would be free. I also see these warnings. Yep. Yep. Still fully works. It's not clear. We essentially use caching and artifact features. I'm assuming that either or both count towards the limit. We especially have large. Yep. All right. I have a few observations. Possible feature request. I don't see any way to delete artifacts. That would be good, because I would have deleted all of my artifacts. Because you won't need them after a while. Nor would I want to do it manually. Having old artifacts which don't fit the quota remove automatically is reasonable. Yep, as it's been done with the cache feature. The total size of all caches in the repository doesn't exceed 2 gigabytes. Yeah. I think feature recycling storage, e.g. caches, should not count towards the limit, or the sum of them both should fit well within the limit. For example, I currently use the cache feature that counts towards the limit. It just fill up automatically and won't be able to use other features. If the artifacts were to be recycled, I would like to be able to keep some of them indefinitely. Understandably, these would count towards the limit. For example, it would be okay with recycling dev build artifacts, but not release build artifacts. All right, I just realized I said all of that and none of that actually absorbed in. It's getting to the end of the day, but we'll plow on just for a little longer. For recycled items, I would like to be able to set a custom limit per repository, since the limit is shared within the organization and yada yada yada. All right, cool. Our team has created an action to periodically clean up. It supports all. All right, cool. Well, our team has created an action periodically cleans up old artifacts. Move artifacts. It also supports keeping tagging released artifacts. All right. GitHub Actions, remove artifacts. GitHub Actions to customize artifact cleanup. Status of support failed. No ongoing development. Ooh. And after 90 days, no, we need to, by default, GitHub now supports changing this setting. All right, sweet. You can now change the maximum retention days for artifacts and logs in GitHub Actions, allowing you to better manage the storage and comply with the organization retention policies. 90 days. In the action settings in YAML, can be defined in the action settings or the YAML at an enterprise organization or repository or individual. All right, actions settings. I feel like which one would it be? It would be NearBeach, marketing, site, and Braco. So I am just going to go on settings. I'm going to go whoop, just because. Branches, rules, actions, general. Allow all actions and reusable. All right, cool. I'm just going to, because I don't see anything that will be spooky here. So I'm going to change that to, let's say 2 days. Okay, let's go to actions. Caches. New caches. All right, deployments. 2 weeks ago, yep, but then it failed. So removing app service build. Yep, that's all good. So I'll start around here, then last week it wouldn't make any more. So hopefully after about 2 days, all of that will free up. And then I can automate the CI/CD to the marketing site. So I've got to do that with NearBeach Docker now. But what I want to do, settings. I want to go actions, general. Instead of 90 days, I'm gonna, I think 5 days should be, yeah, 5 days should be enough. So, artifacts, log, and retention, 5 days should be enough. Yeah. Now, one other thing is, I want to see. All right. Clean workspace simply removes all files from the root directory. This is useful to clean residue root. No, don't need that. No. Don't need that. Nope. All right. So we changed the retention days. That should be fine.